Hey everyone, welcome to TechBrick YouTube channel. This is Mallikarjun. Today we are going to discuss about maps data structure in Golang. Mainly we are going to cover what is maps, how do we declare and initialize a map, and how do we add and delete an item from a map. So let's get started. A map is a built-in data structure in Go that allows you to store key value pairs. It is similar to a dictionary or hash table in other programming languages. A map is created using the make function and can be initialized with a set of key value pairs. Here is an example of how to create a map in Golang. So m is equal to make of map of string int. Nothing but here key is of type string and value is of type int. Let's try to understand how do we declare and initialize a map. So let's take a map name as m1 is equal to using a make. We will try to declare a map now. So make again map of. Let's take the key type as string and the value type as int, and we are declared here. So if I simply print like fmt.println of m1, so let's see like what it is exactly going to give. Go run main.go. So it's giving empty map, so fine. Now we will try to add some item to this map. So m1 of the type we have taken as string, right? So let's try adding like something like a is equal to, let's say we will simply add one, and instead of printing it here, right, we will simply print here. So let's try rerunning again. So yeah, it's showing that item. So this is one way to declare and initialize a map. So here we are actually using make function, we are actually declaring. So make, what it does is it allocates as well as initializes the memory. So that's what exactly it's doing here. So now we will try to declare using like a map literal as well. So let's take like one more map m2. So something like this we will take. So again we will take type as string and then int, and by using this we can call this m2 as a map literal. So now we will again try to add some item, something like xyz is equal to 1 2 3. So some random number I'm trying to add, then m2. So let's clear the screen and we'll try rerunning. So perfect. So now it is giving. This is fine. Now we will try using like a var as well. We can declare it, right? So var, let's take one more map as m3 and map of string of again like int. Same, we will take it and we will try to add some item to this map. Okay. So let's take like some name like xyz only for now, and again like 1 2 3 fmt.println of m3. So now you can observe some difference here. Let's run it. Go run main.go. So if you see assignment to entry nil map, so the panic has occurred. So we will like learn about panic in upcoming videos in detail. So for now, like we will mainly look into this assignment to entry in nil map. So nothing but here it is actually just allocating, but it is not initializing the memory. That's the reason. So if without initializing a memory, we will not be able to add any value to that particular map. I mean key value to that particular map. That's the reason it is throwing this error. So here in both the cases, M2 and M1, so here it is allocated as well as it is initialized the memory. That's the reason we are able to add an item. So to make M3 working, what we need to do is M3 is equal to make of same thing. So now it should work. Let's see. Perfect. It's working as expected. So here we are declared nothing but here actually we have allocated a memory, and here we are initializing the memory. So but in M2 and again in M1, here we are in the same line, we are actually allocating and initializing a memory. That's the reason we are able to successfully add an item to a map. So this is with respect to how do we declare and initialize a map, and there is a one more way we will discuss. That is, let's say like var m4, uh, let's take like map of string of int, and here itself we can add it. I mean declaration and initialization together. So something like this we can do. and let's simply try to print it. fmt.println of m4. Perfect. Cool. Now let's clear the screen and we will try to rerun. So yeah, it's working fine as expected. So now we'll try to understand how do we fetch an item from a map. So fmt.println of that map m4 we have, right? So let's try to fetch some value. So we can do it by specifying a key. So let's say like we have a key as a and b, right? So if I'm giving like m4 of a, it should pick this value and it should return it. So let's see. Let's simply add something like a mm, fetch a just for now. Let's clear the screen. My bad. Sorry. Yep. Cool. Fetch a, nothing but the value is 1. So this is how we can like fetch a particular key from a map. Now let's try to understand how do we delete a key from a map. So we have a map info, right? So let's try to delete some key. So we have a built-in function which takes a parameter, first parameter as a map name, that is nothing but m4 here, and the key which we want to delete. So now I want to delete a key a, nothing but it is going to delete this key and value from this map m4. So if I simply print the map, right, it should not have a key and value, nothing but a and 1 should not be there. So let's see. So let's run it, go run main.go. So if you observe here, map which is not having a because we have just deleted now. So now we will try to understand how do we like loop the map. So using for e comma value and using a range keyword by specifying the map, so we can actually loop over and simply we can print key comma value. So this one we have already seen in case of arrays and slice. How do we like traverse the slice or array, right? So in a similar way we can traverse the map as well using range. So let's try to run it. Go run main.go. So yeah, it's providing like this. So for now, like if I simply comment this particular part, right? So now it should have like two items. So it should provide like two items when I'm like looping. So if you see here, A1 and B2, perfect. And let's think of like one more way to fetch an item from a map. So as we already know that we can fetch it directly by specifying like a M4 of something like a key, right? So something like A, B, C, like whatever the key. But what if some key is not present? In that case, we will not be able to understand, right? So there is a one way like using like something like this value comma okay is equal to then we can specify like m4 of what do I say, the key. So this is the thing, and if I simply print value comma okay, right, okay is nothing but it's a bool value whether it is true or false. So nothing but if the item is present, nothing but if the key is present in that particular map, then it will be true and it is going to fetch the value. Otherwise this will be false and value will be nothing, I mean it will be nil. So let's see what it is going to give. Go run main.go. So perfect. So the value is 1 because here we have commented it out. So the map M4 is having key as A, and again we have a like a value as well 1. So that's the reason. So to avoid, let's say like I have deleted this just now. If I uncommented this one, right? So then here it should give false, right? So to avoid such scenarios, what we can do if not okay, sorry, if okay, then only I am going to print the value, something like this, fmt.println of value. Okay, otherwise I'm not going to print because if it is false, right, then it will not have a value itself. So now if I run it, it should not print the value at all. Yeah, it's not printing because m4 we have deleted here, right? So that's the reason. So if I simply add it again, nothing but if I comment this particular piece of code, now A is there, so it should fetch it and it should provide print this line number 40 as well. Let's see. Go on main.go. So perfect. It's giving. So this is one good way to handle. Like if picking an item from a map, first we need to check if the map is, I mean, if the map contains that particular key or not. So using this way, we can actually easily do it. So first here we are checking like if map contains any item. If it is containing, then this bool value will be true. If not, it will be a false. And based on that one, we can like further like however we want to use this value, right? We can use it. And there is one more way. Just you want to check a key present or not. You don't want to use that value, then you can simply give an underscore. So that is also one like another way. But also in few cases like you don't want to use, you don't want to check this particular true or false, then you can provide an underscore here as well. So this is like a flexibility is there in Golang. So if you don't want to use any of the like a return type or like return variable or whatever, right? So you can simply provide an underscore. Using that, you can like call that particular function, or you can fetch an item from a map or like whatever. Let's think of a scenario you want to delete the entire map itself. So we have a one built-in function clear. Using that, we can completely like delete that map. I mean the key values within that map. So here so far we have like a M4 which is having A and B, right, keys. So after clearing, if I simply print it, right, so clearing the map, if I simply print M4, so it should not have anything. Let's see. So yeah, clearing the map, and the map is not having anything. So cool. And now as we already know that map is a reference type, right? So let's take copy map is equal to let's say like a M4. Okay. So now I will modify something here, or like I will simply add some item. Mm, let's say like 56. So now I will simply print copy map as well as M4. Okay. So let's see like what exactly it is going to give. So yeah, if you see, it's actually updating M4 as well because it is a reference type. So copy map, if you update anything in copy map, it is actually updating M4 as well. So let's simply remove this for now, these two lines. So now it should have the items in it. So A, B, C. So cool. So as soon as we are updating a copy map, right? So it is actually updating M4 as well. So let's try one more. If I'm changing anything in this map, right? Uh, like actual original map, not changing something I'm adding. Let's see like how it behaves again. So cool. Let's clear the screen. So if you see, if you are changing M4, again this copy map is also getting updated. So here we have added the key D, right? So it is actually like it is actually reflecting in both like copy map as well as the original map, that is M4. Cool guys. So far we have learned maps data structure in Golang. So if you guys have any doubt, please comment it out. I would love to answer all of your queries. So if you guys like this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you.